Hello Cancer, great to have you here. My name is Shauna. Today's reading is a general love forecast for November 2025. As always, take the messages that resonate and release anything that doesn't. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay connected with upcoming readings. Let's see what's headed your way, Cancer. The message that I was getting here is I do feel that this is going to be a very transformative kind of emerging. I'm sensing emerging from a place of darkness into the light. I also feel as if I feel like whatever has been it's almost like the transition from, you know, living in a very idyllic environment where, you know, things were happy and rosy and all of that, and that's fine, but I feel like you're going away from that and you're going to try to do things more on your own. So it could be, you know, transitioning from a relationship where things are all roses and butterflies, but you're kind of merging your identity with the other person, so you feel like it wasn't entirely healthy. So you're trying to break away from that and to try to cultivate more of that sense of independence, okay? And through it, you're going to realize that, you know, I'm sensing the message, home is where you're sailing towards, okay? So at the end of the road, at the end of the journey, it's going to bring you, you know, stepping out and into the world and going out and going after the things that you want, being proactive about getting the things that you want. That's going to bring you a lot of comfort, because ultimately it is about, you know, trying to do things on your own, trying to maintain your own success, trying to build up your empire from the ground up. That's essentially going to bring you a lot of success, okay? So this whole sense about returning home, about finding home, finding that comfort level for you is coming through for the next 2 weeks. So I do feel if you have been traveling away from home, there might be an opportunity for family reunions and things like that. You're going to feel very, very blessed financially, and it's also a very good next 2 weeks is going to be a very good time for you to get some communication when it comes to finances and when it comes to new work, okay? So let's see what the cards have in store for you guys. Okay. Okay, so this guy came out first. The foundation is very strong. You're showing up here as the King of Cups, so it's very, very stable. So you're going to be very happy in the next 2 weeks, and at least emotionally stable. It's a lot of busy energy coming through, though. And possibly a competitor. I'm sensing a competitor. So, let's see. Okay, so this whole thing about, you know, coming home and having family reunions that I was talking about earlier, it is coming up. So there might be, you know, weddings and things like that coming through. It could be people getting married, housewarming party, a purchase of a big home. So that all of that is coming through, and it is going to make you quite happy, okay? So let's see about this situation here. All right, so in the past position, we have, this is something that might have happened like 3 months ago. From you know, yesterday, going as far back as 3 months. So we have the Page of Coins here, and the Page of Coins is in the reverse position. This is a situation where I feel like a work situation might not have panned out the way that you wanted. So there might have been, like, you know, things that were not disclosed in the work contract, or it's a situation where you might have, like, you know, they tell you that, oh, we're going to pay you so much, but then you realize that the amount of work that you put in, or the amount of work that came through for you in order to get that salary, the work was just endless. So, you know, comparatively, you're working a lot and you're not getting paid. If you were to break down the time that you're putting in as well and the amount that you're getting back, you feel like you weren't adequately, you know, compensated for your services. You felt like you were underpaid or underemployed. So this might be a work situation in the past that didn't really pan out. It was very, very taxing. And you worked there very diligently, but there wasn't enough for you to put in the savings account, okay? For a lot of you, you might have been in a situation where you have broken away from a relationship. And I feel like it might be with an earth sign. And earth signs are Virgo, Capricorns, and Taurus. This could be their sun, moon, or rising, I feel. And I'm sensing as well that there might have been some secrets uncovered as a result of this. And I do feel that it was a situation where you might have been, you know, so emotionally invested in it that you didn't see the red flags and you stayed in it far longer than you would have. But the Mercury in retrograde energy also brings in a lot of information coming to light, a lot of secrets being revealed and things like that. So if you were dealing with this, then this is a situation where it might potentially pop up again as a result of having this family reunion or wedding or whatever it is, where there's a family function and then mutual friends are invited and you might have a run-in with this person one more time. Okay, so that's a situation I feel playing out for a lot of you. I also sense as well that, especially when it comes to the work situation, I feel like a lot of time and effort was put into it, and you're waiting for the harvest, you're waiting for the payout, and you're still in a period of waiting. And I do feel that the new enthusiasm, as well as new work projects. Okay, so whatever situation you've been contending with, there's definitely newness coming into your life, and it is going to manifest in a very, very positive way. This can be, you know, the beginning of new love relationships as well, because it denotes having that sense of physical attraction for another person. It's physical, but at the same time it's on a chemical level. It can be, you know, construed as chemistry, having that really, really strong chemistry with another person. And the foundation here, like I said, it's very good. It's the King of Cups, which is indicative of your energy, where you're feeling, okay, I'm leaving one job, I'm in another, I'm feeling fine, I have a new project, and I have, you know, potentially a new love partner coming into your life. Or there could just be that sense of enthusiasm and, you know, confidence, and just that joy of living. It's coming back in. This resurgence in energy and passion and ambition and drive is coming through for you. So emotionally, you're going to be feeling very, very stable. For the stability, a lot of happiness, a lot of love and support coming in from friends and family through communications with them. So even though you're working very hard, you're still at a good place right now where you feel very, very happy. Okay, a lot of you might have made a major, major purchase, like a home, for example, or might have recently moved into the home, because I feel like you're picking up the pieces and you're moving. So it's a lot of work, but you're feeling very proud of yourself. You're feeling like, okay, this is a new start in my life, and then everything will go uphill from here. Now, in terms of the advice, we do have the sun in the reverse position. And the sun in the reverse indicates to me that success and glory and riches and all of that, it's going to be, you know, it's the physical things that are going to be delayed, but it doesn't downplay or it doesn't undermine the inherent good direction that you're heading towards. Okay, so you're definitely on the right track, and you're going to attract a lot of abundance to you. But in terms of financial abundance, it is pretty much slow in coming, so steady progress is going to be required of you. But you're in a very good state right now, so the only thing is, if financial abundance is going to take a little bit more time to build up, you want to be very careful when it comes to emotional spending, okay, and not overindulging and things like that, because you're in a very celebratory, proud, and not proud, in a very celebratory and happy state. So you might want to go out and celebrate. But I do feel that for a lot of you, success is definitely imminent, but the financial, you know, the financial windfall that comes with a lot of success is going to be delayed just a little bit, okay? So what's coming in as well in your external environment is the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands indicates a lot of communication. So I feel a lot of you might have like worked far away, might have moved away for work. You're coming home, there's going to be a big celebration. You could be, you know, moving somewhere, buying a property, and there are all these, you know, communication coming through from potential suitors, from friends, relatives who are hoping to catch up with you or are hoping to see you. So I definitely see movement in the cards, as well as, you know, new property, moving from one property to the next and feeling very, very pleased with yourself and just very happy about the direction of your life and about, you know, all your accomplishments, okay? All the hard work that you've done in the past, all the things you've learned, and, you know, it's a very, it seems like a culmination of things, you know, things wrapping up and coming together in a very solid way. So external to you is a lot of communication coming through for you when it comes to suitors and when it comes to news, communication from family members as well. In terms of your hopes and fears, we do have the King of Swords, and this is indicative of an air sign. And the air signs are Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. This is somebody who is very, very methodical, very systematic, very, very honest. He yields his sword of truth, and he is able to cut through the confusion, through the fog, through the secrecy, based on, you know, the strength of his conviction. So this is a very, very strong, dignified figure that is in your life. And I feel for a lot of you, I'm sensing for a lot of you, if this is a romantic partner that you're involved with, it is a major, major event that you're going to. I feel that a lot of you are hoping for communication from this person, okay? So a lot of you might be thinking that, oh, I hope I run into this person at the housewarming event. Or you are hoping for not to run into this earth sign from your past. So I feel like either way, you're in a good space right now. You can, you know, either or. If you run into them, that would be amazing. But if not, then you're okay. So either way, you're in a very, very good emotional state and you're feeling quite pleased and blessed with your life, okay? Now, in terms of the outcome, let's talk about this first because we have a few troublesome cards here. But I do feel that the overall energy is this. You are in a good place. Success is coming through. Whatever situation you had to, you know, and detangle yourself from, it's brought you here where your foundation is very strong and you're working independently, and you might yearn for a new partnership. For a lot of you who are in stable relationship, I definitely feel you're going to be getting the love and support from your partner as a result of the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands indicates to me this is a very good card that is, you know, taking the relationship to the next level. It's a marriage card. It's a housewarming card. It's two people coming together, and it's a very beautiful celebratory energy associated with it. There is love, stability, chemistry, and all of that, okay? So a lot of you who are in established relationships, you might be proposing, you might get proposed to, or you might think about taking the relationship to the next level. For those of you who are single, I do feel that because this king is very, very stable, he's been working very hard. A lot of you might be out there trying to date, to decompress, to put your minds at ease. And I feel that for a lot of you, the relationship partners that you're hoping for, I do feel they have other obligations, or, you know, you're in a situation where there might be fears about dating once again because you're not sure of people's commitments and things like that. And either way, there might be you might be dating and then you find out that, you know, the dating market is a little bit scarce because people are getting sphere at least. So I do feel that there is that dilemma when it comes to dating. But keep in mind, you're in a very good space right now, so don't let this situation deter you, okay? If anything, it's Mercury in retrograde, so it's not a great time to start new things. It's fun to start dating casually, but in terms of having, you know, long-term romantic prospects and things like that, it's best to wait after the Mercury in retrograde period to really date if you're looking for long-term prospects. So I feel like for a lot of you, you might be in a situation where there's a lot of communication coming in on the dating front. and you find out that, you know, oh, the people are all attached and things like that, and they're, yeah, so I don't feel there's deception or anything like that with these cards, but I definitely feel if you are out there, there might be somebody that you are interested in who might be in a committed relationship. And, you know, if you're taking a trip to go see somebody who, if you're taking a trip to see someone, if you're like changing homes, or if you're moving to a new place, you might find out that, you know, they were married all along. So there's an element here. I don't feel like deception or anything like that, but I feel like it might be just communication that wasn't, things that were not established, you know, from with the foundation here, because the advice here is the sun. And so just a quick, you know, recap. I do feel it is going to be a very, very good month. And for some reason, you know, with the Lovers card in the reverse position, I do sense that for those of you who might be in a work partnership or even a love partnership, you've had to leave it behind, and you're going to, you know, celebrations and things like that. And you might see the person or the other person, the business partner that you've had to leave behind. So this is a month about, you know, second chances or chance encounters with people from our past that we've been thinking about or have been thinking about us. So there's opportunity for rekindling things. But if it hasn't worked out in the past, there's really no point in trying to rekindle. And especially, yeah, I feel like if you weren't happy in the past, because you're in such a good place right now. So I feel like the advice here is that if you're running into exes and people that, you know, things where things didn't work out in the past, yes, you can give it another go, but I doubt it's going to work out this time around, okay? So don't get yourself like riled up, and, you know, just you're in such a good spot right now. So keep doing what you're doing and keep progressing forward without over analyzing or overthinking this situation. Just because it's a chance encounter doesn't mean that it's, you know, fated or it's meant to be. It's just the Mercury retrograde energy bringing exes and things like that back into our lives. And it's actually a very small world. So, you know, if you have an ex and you have mutual friends, and some friends are getting married or some friends are having a housewarming party, then of course, you know, you're going to run into some exes. So pass it off as a probability rather than a soulmate connection, okay? Because I don't feel soul connection here. So be very careful about putting too much meaning into simple coincidences is what I'm sensing. So yeah, that's the major thing. But I definitely feel some celebrations coming through for a lot of you. Weddings, housewarmings come up very prominently. I do feel as well it is